And what's up, everyone? This will be another hacking quiz. You guys seem to love it last time, so let's continue. The game is, I show you a picture, you tell me how to hack it, and if you don't know, I will tell you. Let's get started. Hello everyone, so let's get into it. So this image right here, does anything here look interesting or exploitable? What do you think? I would say it's definitely super interesting. So first of all, we are running linpiece, and whenever linpiece outputs this type of yellow right here, it means that linpiece thinks that this is very likely a privilege escalation vector, and we'll get into that more later. But we can also see this right here. It also essentially gives us a username and a potential password. So it's very important that we don't miss this right here, right? It checked credentials right here, and we definitely want to notice them and check this against CCNA user and potentially other users as well. And we can also see it checking some root files as well. This is kind of whatever. Now, it's important to not forget about checking stuff like the bash history in case there's any credentials on the users that we actually can read it. But yeah, most of this is kind of whatever. The most thing that I want to highlight is this one right here and also the credentials. Let's continue. So in this image right here, does anything here look immediately exploitable to you? Yes or no? What do you think? I don't expect anyone, nor myself, to be able to remember every single SUID binary and whether they are immediately exploitable. But once again, we can see that linpiece are suggesting some potential things, right? It's checking some things like the specific versions and potentially some exploits that can correspond to a specific version of PKXIC, etc., or a specific vulnerable pseudo version, etc. Now, in terms of SGID binary abuse, we should definitely just go to a site like GTFOBins to see whether these are actually exploitable. And just in case GTFOBins doesn't have it, also just do a basic Google search like PKXIC SUID exploits, just to see if there is anything there. Now, that's for the SGID binaries, right? I wanted to ask you as well, these SGID binaries, is it something that we're interested in, or is this something that we can just ignore and who really cares, right? Because linpiece does give a lot of output. So the question is SGID binaries ever useful or not really? What do you think? Now, definitely they are. They definitely are. So SGID binaries are very, very abusable, just like the SUID binaries. So you never really want to forget about SGID binaries, and the same thing with stuff like capabilities, right? You always want to check SUID binaries, SGID binaries, and then capabilities as well, along with many other things. But it's just very important that you don't forget about these things and that you just think that, oh, SUID is the only thing that matters, and that's it. So yeah. In terms of are these exploitable, once again, it's difficult to remember all of these. So the best thing to do is just to go to GTFOBins, or in this case for SGID binaries. I don't think GTFOBins always covers that, so just go on Google and look up all of these binaries and SGID previously, stuff like that. And once, over time, you will start getting familiarized, right? You'll start getting familiarized that, like, for SUID binaries, like SU or pseudo is never really going to be directly abusable from an SUID binary perspective. And the same thing with the rest. And you'll just build up a methodology and you will see over time. But once again, you don't have to memorize these things because you always have Google, and you will have Google on the exam as well. So let's continue. So what about in this image right here? Does anything here look interesting, or is this boring, or yeah, what do you think? What would you do here? Now, definitely, of course, this is interesting, right? We can see some credentials in a PHP file right there, in a config file, and it's actually giving us the credentials for a database, right? So the database is RMS, the user is root, and then we have a credential right there that we should definitely check, right? So definitely super interesting. Now, in case when you get credentials, just like in initial access, you do want to check it across different users as well, not just the database, but we definitely want to check this against the database and try to enumerate and see if we can find any interesting information, and especially information like credentials, right? So yeah, this is super interesting. Let's continue. Now, what about this image right here? We can see that it gives us some information pertaining to login, right? Last logon, etc. So I want to ask you, does this look interesting or exploitable, or what do you think? I would say absolutely not. I would say this is completely useless, and you should almost never look at it even in terms of limp piece, because it gives so much output. I just wanted to give you this just to throw in a wrench, so to speak. But yeah, I would say this is completely useless for the most part. Not barely worth looking at. Let's continue. Now, what about this? Does anything here look interesting to you? Does anything here look juicy? What do you think? Of course it does, right? It gives us credentials. Now these are hashes. We can try to potentially crack these. So yeah, could be extremely interesting. Definitely worth taking a look at right here. And yeah, it's not much more to it. Obviously we want to enumerate more of the database, right? But this particular screenshot, for sure, this is definitely interesting, and we will be very interested in this. Now, we can see that the credentials that we used from earlier, right here, these simply just worked for Edward. So once again, this shows the importance of password reuse and just checking these things, right? It's a simple check, and sometimes it's not fancy. Sometimes that's the whole point, that it's not fancy. It's just you want to go through these motions, you want to go through the methodology, you want to go through the proper checks just to make sure that you have everything covered. And in this case, it was not fancy at all. We just found a clear text credentials with a automatic tool, and we simply just used it on Edward, and now we got access to Edward. So yeah. And if you find this video useful, then you're absolutely gonna love this. We have a massive, free-to-try, 25-hour plus OSCP course that you can see that people are just absolutely loving. That inside gives you all of the resources that you need to crush the OSCP. We have a massive roadmap that literally covers everything. We cover initial access, privilege escalation, Windows and Linux. We cover Active Directory. We cover post-exploitation. We cover lateral movement. We cover pivoting, tunneling. We cover the exam. We cover the reporting. We cover all of the attacks that you need and all of the techniques that you need for OSCP. We also cover all the rooms that you need to do, and all of the rooms is linked inside. We cover Active Directory chains as well, and we literally cover everything. And you will instantly get all of these resources once you join. So click the link down below, try it completely for free. I'll see you inside.